Okay, welcome to the practices for Svadhisthasana, the second chakra. So first let's go over the location for the second chakra. The first chakra is located in the pelvic floor. Second chakra between the pubic bone and the navel. So that's the area for the second chakra, that 2-inch diameter circle that lies on the spine. Is where that second chakra is located. You can bring your awareness to that area while you do these practices. So like Muladhara, like the first chakra, we're going to begin with sacred movement. So because that particular chakra is located in the hips, we're going to begin with a figure 8 movement, and I'll show you the movement first, then we'll put on the music and we'll do that together. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is first beginning with some figure 8 movements. So you can put your hands on your hips if you want to feel that rotation, drawing that infinity sign or figure 8 with your hips. And you want to go both directions. So I'll be shifting back and forth from one direction to the other. So going from figure 8s to circles. So clockwise and counterclockwise circles with the music. And just like with the first chakra, as it progresses, you can add, arm movements and things like that you feel as you get the urge. You can stick with the basic movement here. You can move a little bit faster. You can move slower. However you feel your body is urging you to move, then go for it. Like I said, it's time to break out of those prescribed patterns, connect with the body, see how the body wants to move you, and allow that to take over control. Okay, that's another great way to help open and expand your energy field. All right, so I'm going to turn the music on and we'll begin. Okay, starting with infinity sign, side to side. Opening up that second chakra energy. Releasing the gifts, releasing your creative expression. So also a lot of emotions can be stored here. So if you feel like you're ruled by your emotions and they fling you here and fling you there, this is also another great way to help to stabilize that. Go the other direction. This is a great thing to do after giving birth, because you think about the child occupying that space can really affect the energies of your lower chakras, the lower 3 in particular. So this can also help get that alignment back. You can see I'm shifting back and forth from one side to the other. Release your hands, get your hands into it, your arms. Do the gathering the energy. Go the other way. You can give the gesture of giving the energy out. Switch it back. You're pulling that energy back in. So that's kind of what happens in life with everything. Things come into your life, Things go out, energy comes in, goes out. Money comes in, it goes out. Just all a nice fluid dancing exchange. Now let's do circles. And other direction. And other way. Back to side. Couple more minutes. Now you can go in between infinity and circles, however you like. Okay, and then come back to center. You can close your eyes for just a moment and just notice that shift of energy in the body with that movement, with the music, focusing and intentioning the opening of the second chakra. Okay, and then you can slowly open your eyes. All right, I'm going to turn the music off. We'll go to stage 2. Okay, so the next thing we're going to use to open and balance the second chakra is a yoga pose, Upavista Konasana. And so we're going to come down to the floor. And it's just simply opening the legs wide. And just like with coming onto the floor seated, if you have any challenge or difficulty coming to the floor at all, you can sit in a chair and bring the legs wide, or sit on a couch and bring the legs wide on a coffee table or something like that. So just get creative. You can come into this position whether you're on the floor or not. You can sit in a chair and have 2 chairs, one on either side, and bring your legs up, or 2 stools, something like that. Just to open up the inside of the legs, which opens up that energy directly into the second chakra. Okay, so what we're going to do, now we haven't been doing a full yoga pose, so we're not going to go real deep into these unless you have a natural flexibility. But first, you're just going to slowly begin to come forward, keeping the spine nice and long. You don't want the low back to round right away. At some point, you can allow that, but to begin, you want to keep that flat back and deepen more in the groin and the hips. And that's going to help to open up the groin here. So if you round right away, you're going to miss the opening in the groin, and that's where we want to focus on to get that opening into the second chakra. Now, obviously, or maybe not so obviously, this is also a really good one for the root chakra as well, because you're opening up that pelvic floor, also opening up into the second chakra. So you're coming forward, nice deep inhalations and exhalations. And I like to use a little fluid movement side to side as I'm coming into Upavista. That helps bring that intention of fluid movement into this particular pose, so it doesn't feel so static. And also while I'm coming in, I like to, when I'm breathing in this particular pose, I like to do the chakra breathing up the back of the spine, exhaling down the front. And that also helps to circulate the energy as you're moving deeper into the pose. Okay, and slowly moving just a little bit longer, a couple more breaths. And then you're going to come back up. You're going to turn over your right leg. And again, slowly moving forward. With the breath, you can do chakra breathing, inhaling up the back of the spine, exhaling down the front, or just following your breath. Just a normal breathing cycle, perhaps a little bit deeper and slower than your typical breath. And then slowly come up and to the other side and coming forward. So here, this particular pose was chosen because it opens all of the meridians that are associated with the second chakra. And the second chakra is one of those chakras where there's an overlap. So it's both the water element channels and the earth element channels. So kidney and bladder channels and the spleen and stomach channels. Those are all opened by this particular pose. The bladder channel running down the back of the leg, kidney channel inside of the leg, spleen channel inside of the leg, stomach channel on the outside of the leg. So the stomach channel is probably the one that is maybe not the most directly opened, but it is stimulated by this particular pose, Upavista Konasana. So a few more breaths here, taking in some deep inhalations and exhalations as you're moving forward over the leg. And it also helps as you're moving into the pose to focus on that second chakra as you're breathing with an intention to create an opening and a flowing of energy through that area. And one more time coming forward, deep inhalations and exhalations. And then slowly come up. All right, so Upavista Konasana, it's a great yoga pose to help open and balance Svadhisthasana, or the second chakra. Okay, so now let's cross legs. And I'm gonna get my second chakra bowl. Okay, so I always like to check in with them and ask, which might sound silly, but there's always just a resonance that I'll have with one particular one. And I like to use the lower tones for the lower chakras because they're more earthbound vibrations, and the higher ones as you go up, again, just matching the frequencies. And I must say, different days at different times, different people, I'm drawn to use the different tones. So that's just part of the sound work. But so this will be the one that we'll use for the second chakra to take us into the bija mantra for Svadhisthasana, which is VAM. That's with a V, V-A-M. And the particular mudra we can use for this is the earth element mudra, which is taking index and ring finger to the thumb. And that will also help to create a circuit of energy that helps the energy to flow through the second chakra. Okay, so we have sitting in Sukhasana, earth element mudra. the seed syllable for Svadhisthana is Vam. And as you notice with the first chakra, we'll begin in a slow pace and rhythm with the Bija mantra. And then as we go, we'll speed up a little bit. So first, just trying to get that energy moving in the second chakra, and then speeding that up so that we're really getting that energy moving. Now, one question that sometimes I get is like, well, how do you know if, are you getting it spinning too fast? And what if it's overactive? Then shouldn't you chant it slower? And if it's underactive, chant it faster? Well, yeah, that would be one way to work it. I find that this is a really good way to go. You can use your own intuition about what feels good, but from my experience, just by chanting it, starting on a slow pace, moving a little bit faster, it just creates an opening for a natural balancing to occur in the second chakra. So your body knows, your energy field knows, your intention is to create balance in that second chakra, utilizing these tools. So the input that you give will produce a more balancing effect just with the intention. So we can really overthink it, but I do encourage you to, if it doesn't feel good to go fast, then you can experiment by going fast or just seeing if, oh, okay, well, that did feel okay, or next time I'm just going to stick with the slow, or it may change day to day. So stick with your own intuition, how you feel in your body, experiment a little bit, or just stay within whatever you feel comfortable. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. You can get into your position. I'm going to start us off with the sound. You can close your eyes. Let's take a few deep inhalations and exhalations. Okay, and we are ready to begin. Deep inhale. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Vam, 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 vam. Take a deep breath. Just take a moment to feel the shift of energy. And as you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed those practices for Svadhisthasana. Now, you don't have to do all three of them. You can just choose one. If this is the one that you're choosing to work on, you can do little bits for each one. You can do the full practice when you have time, once a month, every 2 months, every 3 months, once a year. So these practices are for you to try, guided by where you're at in your life and guided by what your goals are, what you would like to shift. Now, I also have available, if you go to my website, you may have seen the coaching options or the spiritual counseling options, intuitive sessions. So if you want to have some more guidance as to what practices to focus on, then I can help you by going into your energy field and seeing perhaps where the major blockages are and what specific practices might help you in being able to move forward on your path. So I'm more than happy to help you with that. So for this particular chakra, just a little bit of a review. Located between the pubic bone and the navel, and primarily rules the seeds of our gifts, our creative expression in this life. Also rules the emotions, communicating emotions, and our sexuality. So those are all things that can be affected positively by performing these practices on a regular basis. All right, so next one, I'm going to see you in a few moments, and we'll discuss the primary aspects for the third chakra, Muladhara. All right, see you in a minute.